Hi children, this is Deepika Bhaskar from GK Jain Schools. Today I am going to take class for 5th standard, subject science, and the lesson name is plants. Before going to the session, please subscribe our YouTube channel GK Jain Schools so that you never miss any new update from our school. In this class, we are going to learn about reproduction in plants. What is meant by reproduction? Reproduction is nothing but the process by which new plants of the same species are produced. That is known as reproduction in plants. The plants and animals can reproduce. The flowers perform the function of the reproduction in plants. Let me explain you about the two ways of the reproduction. The reproduction takes place in two ways. One is asexual and another one is sexual reproduction. In asexual reproduction, the parts of a plant like stem, root, leaves and buds takes place in the reproduction. That is known as asexual reproduction. That means a single parent involved in this reproduction. For example, I'll tell you one example, Hydra. That is a freshwater living organism. Hydra look like this. So it develops a bud. After some days, the bud detached from the mother and it start living as an independent hydra. So hydra looks like this. A single parent is involved in this reproduction. That is known as asexual reproduction. The parts which involves in this reproduction are root, stem, leaves and buds. Okay, so there is no variation, there is no difference in the mother species as well as in the new plant. That means there is no differences, we cannot see the differences, all looks like the same. Vegetative propagation, let me explain you. Asexual reproduction carried out by the vegetative parts of the plant, that is known as vegetative propagation. Here it is also divided into two types, that is one is natural and another one is artificial. Here you can see here potato in tubers. After few days, the matured potato, we can see some tubers. They are called as eyes. So in each eye, they can form a new potato plant. In strawberry, we can see the stolon. Here, stolon acts as a vegetative part of an asexual reproduction. Okay, then banana in sucker. If I cut a banana in any part of the plant, it will grow nicely as a new plant of the banana. Then ginger. If we can see the rhizome in ginger, in case of ginger, we can see the rhizome as a new plant. If we keep it in an open place, we will sprinkle a water on the ginger, then it will grow nicely as a ginger plant. Like that onion, in case of onion, we can see the bulb on the top of the onion. It will grow as a new plant. So these are the vegetative propagation of the natural way. In artificial is nothing but man-made under controlled condition. That these are divided into three types. Cutting. If I am cutting a rose stem of the plant, what will happen? If we keep it in a soil, it will grow as a new plant of the rose. Now, we will see the grafting. Grafting is nothing but we will see in the mango plant. If I am cutting a mango plant and the one part of the plant which is attached to the other plant, it will grow as a new mango plant. That is known as grafting. And the layering. If I bury a jasmine flower into a soil, it grows a new plant of the jasmine. That is known as layering. So these are the vegetative propagation of the plant. Let me explain you about the sexual reproduction. Here, sexual reproduction, for the sexual reproduction, there need two parents. That means a female and male are fused together, they form a new seed. That is known as sexual reproduction. Variation observed, we can see the difference. So that is why we look different to our parents, we look different to our siblings. Like that in plants also, by the sexual reproduction we can see some differences. Male and female gametes are formed. Male and female gametes means they are sex cells. Sex cells are formed in the sexual reproduction. So this is all about sexual reproduction. Now I'm going to explain you about the flower and the parts of the flower, how they are fusing, they are forming as a fruit. Children, now I'm going to explain you about the flower, because flowers are the reproductive organ of the plants. The first part, that is 4 major parts involved in the reproduction. The first is a sepal. These are sepal. Most of the sepal are green in color. It protects the buds in the earlier stage. Then we are going to see the petals. These are petals. These are petals. Most of the petals are different color. They are having nice aroma to attract the pollinators towards it. So for that they are having different colors with the different aroma. Now I'm going to explain you that the female and the male part of the reproductive organ, that is here the male part of the flower, that is this is the male part of the reproductive system, that is called as stamen. This full part is called as a stamen. Stamen, or it is also called as androecium. This is the male reproductive organ of the plants. This full is called as a stamen. It is also called as androecium. Then the stamen consists of anther. This bag-like structure is known as anther. Then we can see a tube-like structure, that is a stalk-like structure, that is known as filament. So the androecium consists of 2 parts. One is anther and the another one is filament. It holds the anther. Then the duty of the anther is to protect the pollen grain. It holds the pollen grain in the pollen sacs. Here we can see the pollen grains in all the stamens, anthers. In all the anthers we can see the pollen grains. It holds the pollen grains in the pollen sacs. The next part, that is the female part of the flower. This is the female part of the flower. Here its names is carpel. The female part of the female part of the flower is known as carpel, or we can say it out as gynoecium. This is the female part of the flower. Here it consists of 3 parts. The upper part is known as the stigma. The upper part is known as stigma. It is sticky in nature. This is known as stigma, and the style-like structure, this part is known as style. This tube-like structure is known as style, and this part, is known as the lower bag-like structure is known as ovary. In this ovary, we can see the ovules. These are ovules. So, these are the parts of a flower. These are sepals and these are petals. Petals are also called as corolla. Then it is having two, that means it is having a part like a female and a male part. That is, the female part is known as carpel and the male part is known as stamen. Stamen consists of anther and filament. Then carpel consists of stigma, style and ovary. Ovary contains ovules in it. So these are the parts of a plant. If a flower contains either gynoecium or androecium in the flower, that flower is called as unisexual. That means it contains only the male or female reproductive system. Then the flower which contain both the androecium and gynoecium in the same flower, that flowers are called as bisexual flowers. Example for the unisexual flowers are papaya, corn. Papaya and corn are the examples of unisexual flower. Example for the bisexual flowers are rose and hibiscus. These are the examples of bisexual flowers. Unisexual mean in which the plant contain either a male or female reproductive system. That is either androecium or gynoecium present in the flower. That flowers are called as unisexual flower. Example are papaya and corn. Bisexual flower means the plant which contains both the male and female reproductive. That means androecium and gynoecium are present in same flower. That is known as rose. For example, rose and hibiscus are the examples of bisexual flowers. They are the example of bisexual flowers. Here, the anther which produce the pollen grains, the job of anther is holding the pollen grains in it. What will happen by the pollinators? Pollinator means it transfers the pollen grains to the stigma. That is the duty of the pollinators. They are transferring the anther to the, that means they are transferring the pollen grains from the anther to the stigma. So that is process is known as pollination. That means the pollen grains are transferred from the anther to the stigma. That is known as pollination. That process which is done only by the agents like water, air, birds and insects. So these are the pollinator which transfer the pollen grain from the anther to the stigma. When the pollen grain reaches the stigma, it goes into the style and finally it reaches the ovary. Then get fused with the ovules. Then it changed. That means the flower changed into a fruit. This is known as a reproduction. Okay. Then the pollen grains from the anther are transferred through the pollinators and it reaches the stigma. Then it forms this tube-like structure and enter into the style. Then finally it reaches the ovary. Then it fuses with the ovules. These are the ovule. It fuses with the male gametes are fused with the ovule, female gametes. The pollen grains are fused with the ovules. They form a zygote. This process is known as fertilization. Then the flower is changed as a fruit. This is known as reproduction in the flowers. Thank you, children.